Good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to a jamless casual report. Yeah, he's having another session off because of the unfortunate circumstances that happened. So if you, if you get 2 seconds, just send him a love art in the chat or something. I'm sure he'd be very appreciative of that. But nonetheless, holding down the fort with me today is my main man, Bishop. How are we today, Bishop, mate?
Doing very well, thank you, man. How are
Living
you?
the dream, mate. Oh, mate, I'm buzzing on life. I'm fucking boiling.
On top of that, yeah, it's so warm today.
I've not got a shirt on. Got my Solid Snake t-shirt. I can't
Solid
see it.
Snake.
I can't be asked to put the camera down, but
Snake!
oh yeah, I don't like the heat, Bishop. I'm the guy.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, I'm the guy that sits in the shade on all.
I mean, you would have thought, wouldn't you? I've got a light over there. I've got a light over there. You would have thought, wouldn't you, really, that I'd just turn them off while we do this,
turn
really?
Them off, you mad head.
No.
Put your phone on, you'll be fine. No.
Professionalism. It's very important.
Oh, yeah.
I am boiling my bollocks off for you
mate.
guys.
Definitely. Bishop, mate, what have you been playing, son?
To be honest, mate, I have had no time to play any games these past few days since the last casual report because I have been recording with my band. So,
how's that going, good sir?
It's going very well, thank you.
Oh,
yeah, it's been really good fun.
Nice. Wrote any new songs, or are you just recording stuff?
We're just recording the stuff that we've had for a while now. Yeah, nice. we're trying to get some professional recordings going, which at the minute is it's harder than it looks, but we'll get there.
That's what she said. Where can we find your band, Bishop? Are they on Facebook or are they on?
Yeah, it's just at Avian Rock Band on Facebook. If you'd like to go
big band, some big
find us on there. I mean, we're still very early at the minute, but it's a work in progress.
Oh, why? You're gonna conquer the world. Be selling out Wembley in no time, mate. If Wembley ever gets back to full capacity with whatever's going on.
Not even worried, mate. Not even worried.
Not worried at all, mate. Gonna have to do another show or 3 at Wembley because you sell that many tickets, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Just selling it out.
As for myself.
So, how about you then? What have you been playing?
I've worked the last couple of days, so I don't have too much time, and I do mean to get back to the Xenoblade Chronicles DLC. Not DLC, the extra bit they added to the definitive edition, the future connected part. Not a chance yet. I'll probably start it over the weekend after I finish Last of Us. We'll do the spoiler. We'll record the spoiler cast over the weekend or something.
Have you not done have you not finished the game yet?
I finished the main game, but there's an extra 20-hour chunk, like an extra bit of content called Future Connected, which, if you play Xenoblade, I think I know where that's going to go.
But I was talking about The Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Jam finished it the other night.
Right.
I finished it Sunday morning. No, Monday morning.
I thought you said to us that you'd finished it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
But Jam finished it the other night. Like I say, we want to do a spoiler cast, so we'll probably record that over the weekend or something, or next week.
Yeah, I'll have to get on to I'll have to get on to actually watching it. And
mate, you sit in the corner. You challenge us, mate. However, I've been playing. I jumped back into Hades for a bit, for a few hours last night. Renzo, mate, how are we? A few hours last night and an hour or two because the new dropped, I should say. I forgot what it's called, but the new update was out. Yeah, the game just gets better every time. It's very good. I don't play roguelites. I don't play that kind of shit, but I'm a Greek nerd. I love my Greek myth shit, and I love Supergiant Games, the guys that did Bastion and Transistor and Pyre, and I'm all over it, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Still haven't played those games, but yeah, they look really good.
Mate, you haven't played Bastion? I don't know what to tell you.
I played a bit of Bastion. I played a little bit of Bastion.
You tell me you didn't get into it. I'm just going to stop the stream right now.
From what I played, mate, it was great. From what I played, it was really good. Yeah, definitely.
The narrators, and the
music.
music.
Good, thank you, Renzo.
Renzo, mate, we're doing fantastic. How are you, good sir? Anyway, Bishop, mate. Shall we?
Yeah, I think we should.
Shall we? Just a quick one before we go, mate. You played Ori games, Bishop?
I haven't, but it looks absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah, mate. Mate, art style, music, the way it tells a story without many of the characters saying a word is just phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps crosses 2 million players, Bishop, mate. Now.
2 million players.
I mean,
Well,
imagine,
congratulations to them. That's amazing.
I imagine a lot of these would be Game Pass because it is on Game Pass.
Does it actually say in the article?
I'll have a look. I couldn't see it before. Consumer players. The news was part of an infographic showing how many players have completed various challenges, such as beating the game without dying, which I can't even. It was quite.
Yeah.
Here's a nice little infographic for us. What a bunch of lads. 2 million players, 14.5 million hours, 240 million deaths, which sounds about right, to be honest with you. And it doesn't say how many sales that is, but I imagine
I would like to see. I would actually like to see the ratio between who actually got that for free from Xbox Game Pass.
I've got to be honest with you.
Interesting.
I love that game. I got it for Game Pass.
I would like to get it through Game Pass and play it myself.
It's great,
mate. It
does
does look really good.
First one's on it as well. First one's great as well. Recommend playing them both because they kind of continue into
they tie into each other?
Yeah, okay. You'd be slightly confused of just who certain characters are in the game if you haven't played the first one. But that being said, I think it's self-aware enough to let you know what's going down without needing to play the first one
definitely.
first. Yeah. So, well done to them. And
absolutely.
Yeah, the music's great and the art style is phenomenal, mate.
Yeah, they absolutely deserve. They definitely deserve those sales because wow.
Oh yeah, mate.
Absolutely fantastic game.
Hoping quite a lot of them were sales and not just cheesing it off Game Pass, but I suppose that's,
fingers crossed. But I'm guessing that Xbox will give them a take.
Oh yeah, I imagine
take the money for every
crossover. And I believe High Moon Studios. I think that's the guys that make. I believe they are under Microsoft's umbrella, so I'm sure they'll be fine. Anyway, Bishop. Enough talk about that. We love Ori here, the Casual Report. We also love Pokemon, Bishop, mate.
We do like Pokemon. There's been a lot of Pokemon news recently.
Yeah, last week there was a present, and yesterday I was sat at work. I was chilling. I was having me egg mayonnaise sandwich, mate. I was living the dream. He was getting all pumped and excited for some really good RPG Pokemon games. Yeah, I gotta admit, right. This is a PR disaster. I'm gonna be honest with you now.
Yeah.
Because we'll get to it in a minute, right? But this was split. They had a Pokemon Presents last week. This was split up and put on its own this week, and everyone's thinking, why are they doing that? Why? And then everyone's like, oh, it's probably the next RPG. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. And mate, I've got to be honest with you. It didn't grab me as much as it looks cool, and we are chilling. But I'm not 100% sold on it so far. Now, Bishop, of course, I'm talking about Pokemon Unite.
Of course.
You talking shit, Ranzo, mate? I'll. Pokemon Unite, mate, and you watched the trailer, Bishop, yeah?
I've watched the trailer, yeah.
I'm gonna throw up a bit of footage now for us. 5v5 MOBA it is, which is basically Pokemon League of Legends, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yeah, it's just basically a Pokemon MOBA, and the thing is, when I watched the trailer, I was actually quite interested. It doesn't look too bad. I know, obviously, a lot of people don't particularly like MOBAs that much, and that's fine. I'm not a huge fan of MOBAs myself either.
Yeah.
But this looks really interesting. A Pokemon MOBA, I think I'd be down for. I think it looks really cool. But yeah, I think because of the whole PR disaster stuff, this has got a lot of dislikes on YouTube.
Sorry, yeah.
In fact, it had so many that So here's the weird part about this whole conversation.
Yeah.
Apparently, YouTube have been removing dislikes from that video.
Are they actually?
Because from what all the comments have been saying, there's a bunch, and there's loads. Go down and have a look at the comments. Honestly, genuinely,
the dislikes at the minute, gentlemen and ladies, are 79k likes, 138k dislikes, which I believe is more than the Sword and Shield. But
there is so many comments that have said there's been loads and loads and loads of dislikes being removed.
This person says there's been dislikes removed.
There's quite a lot of comments like that.
Yeah, a few of these comments
like that.
saying that the dislikes have not.
I went down the list quite far, and all I was seeing was just people moaning, complaining the fact that the dislikes have been removed. So that's really weird. That's a kind of a topic for itself, I believe. But yeah, in terms of the actual game itself, trying to get back on the topic, there are people on there that are saying that this is just a waste of time and just not something that should be under Pokemon's radar. The one thing that I will say about this is Pokemon always tend to just drift off and do different things. You've got that Pokemon Smile, you had Pokemon Sleep, and
Where is that, by the way? They showed that last year.
They did show that last year, didn't they?
They didn't say what it was. They just showed Pokemon Sleep. There's a person sleeping, and the Pokemon Sleep logo comes up. I was just thinking, what is this nonsense, mate? And then that's it. I think it was last year. I think it was at the Pokemon thing last year. But I'm like, yeah, sorry to go on, Bish.
No, it's fine. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's just very weird that Pokemon kind of spend a lot of their resources on stuff just nonsense.
Just mate.
Nonsense.
It's a good word
stuff
to use.
That's just puzzle games and stuff like that. I mean, some people like those puzzle games.
To be fair, one of the Pokemon puzzle games is sick. I can't remember which one it is, and I said it last week. I think
Pokemon Shuffle, I think it was called.
Possibly Shuffle. There's one that's just like they're good, but I never. I'm going to tell you straight, Bishop, mate.
Puzzle game.
You can dislike this video on YouTube or you like. This game will do fine. Do you know what I mean?
See. Yeah, I reckon it will do fine. Yeah, you're probably right.
Mate,
why can I not find this game?
The reason people are fuming, Bishop. Yeah. Sorry, Renzo, mate, you're putting me off because it's like, I'm trying not to say it, and then the more I'm trying not to say it, the more it comes out. That's what she said.
Oh, the mate counter, yeah.
Mate, yeah. That doesn't count, that one.
No, it doesn't, no.
But the way they went about this, the fact that Tencent are involved, and Tencent like to get their hands into everybody's business because they're all over Activision, they're all over this, they're all over that. I think they're all over Epic as well. But they're in it, and like they probably said, look guys, we want our own little segment, so you're gonna have to shoo us over to next week. I reckon that's what happened. A bit of money was passed over, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whack our game on its own in its own little presentation, and then force the PR disaster, which was, we've got a big project to announce next week. Come back.
And
then, of course, you can't say that to video game fans, especially.
Yeah, the second you start saying to our whole, like massive gaming community that there's a massive announcement coming out next week, like people are gonna get hyped for it. Of course, they're gonna get hyped, and they're gonna get unbelievably disappointed when it's a fucking MOBA.
Yeah, I mean, this will do. Like I said, this will do fine, but and it's like you can't just say the exact same happened with Smash Bros. The last fighter in the last fighter pack. It was Byleth, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be Dante. Oh no, it's gonna be Kingdom Hearts. What's his name? Sora. Oh, it's gonna be Sora. It's gonna be this person." I'm like, is it though? And it's like, no, it's Byleth. Yeah. It's from another Fire Emblem character. Surprise.
The thing with that though is it like, if you were the PR man, let's say, to speak, right? Is that kind of thing hard to predict? Like, do you think?
I mean, I'm part of the problem because I think last week on Tuesday, I think me and you, I was like saying, oh, it's definitely an RPG. It's definitely this. It's definitely. It's either this or I think I said the Johto remakes. No,
the thing is though, are you part of the problem because you are the consumer? You are someone who gets excited for something that's. Do you know what I mean? You get excited for something that's actually. I understand where you're coming from, but I don't know. I think as a PR man, you have to do your job, and if you don't, do your job properly,
I mean,
then
I'd like to think, right. I say part of the problem. That's probably the wrong phrase to use, but you know what I mean. Like I'm part of
Yeah,
the.
I know what you meant.
Part of the, tossing fuel on the fire, mate.
Mm-hmm.
7, right, or 5. But when they pull that, and then obviously people are going to say, "Oh, it's definitely Let's Go Johto, it's definitely the Sinnoh remakes," and oh yeah, it's got to be. It might be a new Colosseum. It might be this. It might be that.
I mean, I'd just be as hyped as you for all
Oh yeah,
those
definitely.
games. But that's the thing is, it's just
I'd like to think any PR man worth his salt or her salt, sorry, would definitely see that coming and see this backlash coming. I would like to think that, Bishop, mate.
Yeah. I mean, my question is I wonder whether or not they actually saw this coming.
I'd like to think they did, but
I don't know. It's really difficult to judge this kind of thing because you don't know what goes on the inside, on the in the workings of the companies, and I think the thing is we always. The thing that not even just the casual club, but a lot of places, a lot of people tend to, as consumers, get really angry at the sort of at the people that make the stuff. But if you were in their shoes, how would you do it? How would you have done that?
Well, this is real. This really mean, yeah.
Well, not just this reveal, but just generally PR in general, really. Like, how would you do it? Because I reckon personally, it is harder than what people make it.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to read it before you announce it.
Social media is just a mental, it's just a mental game all the time, and it's always changing. So
I mean, hindsight is 50-50. It's easy to look back now and go, oh, because it's all coming easy, but.
Obviously, as consumers, we just think about what we would kind of want out of games and stuff like that. And because of that, we will get disappointed. That's just
definitely
what it's all about. So it's not our fault that we feel that way.
No, we're buzzing.
It's just
life is a big buzz, mate. You know what I'm saying? 7. Yeah, and do you know the strangest thing about this? It's a MOBA. It's not coming to PC. What's that about?
Yeah, that's odd, isn't it? That's a really weird thing.
I mean, I was expecting to say, and for the first time ever, official Pokemon game on PC, I was expecting that when I was watching the trailer, and it never came, and it was just Switch and mobile, and I'm thinking, what are you doing?
I mean, it's Nintendo, isn't it? So it was never going to happen, was it?
No, Renzo, it's cool, mate. Keep it coming.
It's all right. I used to do it. I used to do it all the time as well. To be honest, Jack, I used to say mate all the time.
It's a crew thing, I think.
Well, yeah, I think it is a crew.
But yeah, I mean, with Tencent being involved, I'm like, when it's a mobile game, technically, it's going to Switch as well. Shots isn't going to PC.
It is a very strange thing.
I'd be more
a MOBA not to be.
Yeah, I'd be more inclined to play it if it did come to PC. Because I think it'd be just easier to play on PC, aren't they? MOBAs, I think, from what I've played.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. So, I honestly, as soon as I saw the word mobile on a MOBA, I was like, mate,
I don't know about this one.
That's not gonna play. That isn't. I'd rather play it on the Switch, but even on the Switch, I bet you it's not gonna have controller support. And do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. I definitely.
What I'm trying to say is it won't have the Pro controller support.
Oh no.
I don't think it will. And if that's the case, then I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, because with my phone especially, it's dead easy just to hook up a free Xbox One controller. I can just
the
Bluetooth
controller
it.
Stuff. Yeah.
I just Bluetooth it, and I've got a few clips. I can just do that. But
yeah, I think if they don't give me Nintendo Pro controller support for it, I won't be playing it hands down.
I mean, you can get a Pro controller on Steam, I believe. It's in beta or some shit. Renzo's just made a big decision. Casual Club is becoming Casual Mate Club, so deal with it, mate. 9 or 10. I've lost count. Renzo, cheers, mate. 11. Bishop. Last question on the old Pokemon Unite.
Yeah.
Are you going to play it?
I will play it again, like I said, if there is Pro Controller support, and I'll see what it's like. But if it's not got Pro Controller support, I'm out.
It's on Switch, so I imagine it has. At least on the Switch. Yeah. But I think I'll probably. Is it free to play? Sorry, I think it is. Give me 2 seconds. I think
mean,
it's free to play.
It's a MOBA, so I can imagine so.
Yeah, it's gonna have loads of crap in it.
Hello.
Like, oh, shut up, you gimp.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Dan.
Gonna go down here. Renzo's buzzing, mate. 12, I think.
About 12 shots of whatever he's drinking.
I think it's 3. Not 3. 3. But we'll have to see. I can't. Is it 3? I'm not sure. I want to say yeah. Don't quote us on it though.
Yeah.
Yes, lad. Anyway, Bishop, should we move on?
Yes.
Enough nonsense, mate.
Moving away from the
40.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
We've been doing so much Pokemon news recently. It's crazy.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
It's been so much.
Anyway, Shawn Layden has a few words for us, mate.
I read this article.
Yes, man. I got the gamesindustry.biz article from our main man Matthew Handrahan, I think. Sorry if that's wrong. Basically,
just quickly before
yes,
we go on. What kind of stuff has he been like? What's he kind of been like? No, what am I saying? Shawn Layden. What's he done previously? What's his?
A former PlayStation executive. He was the guy who wore the Crash Bandicoot T-shirt at E3 20. I want to say 17, but it might be 16 or 18. Okay. He's that guy. You know him if you saw him. He's the guy with the beard here. Just shave that beard off. If you watch PlayStation conferences, you'd know who he is. Right, he's a big guy. He just left. I think it was last year. On Twitter, they just said, "Oh, thanks for the memory, Shawn Layden. See you later." Right, I'm obviously paraphrasing that tweet, but that's what it meant. Yeah. And he's been there for 15, 20 years, and he's been a big deal, and he just seemed to let him go without any hurrah, which is kind of weird. But
that is weird.
He's sound, and I hope there's no horrible, nasty reason why he left, like kind of thing, like a court case. If you catch me drift, I hope there's not, but I'm sure it'll come out eventually. What's going down? Yeah. He's basically saying that I would like to welcome a return to the 12 to 15 hour AAA game. Now, what I think he's saying is that games are becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Like
Last of Us 2, for
8-hour games, 8-hour games, 100-hour games, 150-hour games, etc. Massive. They're taking too long to make. They're not financially stable in the current climate, being 40, 50 quid a go, right? That's what he's saying, because the amount of work that goes into making a 100-hour game is mental.
It's like 6 years worth.
And he's basically saying, that he'd prefer more concise experiences at 15 odd hours.
Yeah, so 15, essentially what he stated is that he would like to see AAA titles be essentially 15 to 18 hours completion time. Basically a smaller game but with more packed in, essentially, is what he wants.
And he says
in the future of AAA games.
So, sorry to shoehorn 2 seconds. He says that the 2 seconds. He described the established AAA model as just not sustainable, which is very interesting. I mean,
and he also goes on to talk about that the current price for games, especially AAA titles, is too low for the amount of work that goes into a game.
You think, like video games haven't risen in price for 15, 20 years.
Yeah,
in fact, they've always been 40, 50 quid ish. So, yeah, I mean, more work goes into them now. They've got bigger teams. They've got like more labour, like 3-4 year development cycle, and it's like, is that really sustainable? Because the amount of shit they throw at you, like microtransactions and special editions and T-shirts and stuff, it's probably to make the cost back of the development. And it's very interesting to see, because I thought, so I think there's sometimes there are a few games I play and I think, come on, wrap it up, come on, like this is nonsense. Making linear games open world, like Gears of War 5, for example, had sections where it was more open, and it was more it was not as like open as Breath of the Wild or Witcher 3, for example, but it was open as in like you could go over here and do this mission, the side mission. There's another side mission over here. There's a collectible over here. It's kind of like that, and that was.
it's quite strange, right? Okay, so you've got quite you complete games quite a bit, don't you?
The main story, I'd like to say, but I very rarely 100% a game.
See, I'm quite lazy. I'm quite the opposite. I usually what tends to happen with me is I play a game for like 5 hours, and then I'll just go onto another game because there's so much choice.
Yeah.
And I never seem to get immersed into games properly because of it. And that's what happens to me.
Yeah.
And very recently I've been trying to stop that. I've been actually trying to do like Mass Effect.
Try and finish it, yeah.
Play through and actually finish it, yeah. But that's my problem, obviously. But
yeah,
I believe personally that a lot more people, a lot more gamers are doing that these days.
Yep, I'd say that.
There's just so much more choice.
You can tell just by looking at the trophy list of video games. Like if I went onto Steam now and just checked, like I want to do it actually. I'm gonna go to Steam.
And check people's trophies.
Yeah, what should Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Let's have a look at that. That's quite a 60-70 hour game. Let's have a mooch at the trophies. Does that tell you? I don't think. If it doesn't tell you, it might not be.
I can imagine so. But I mean, obviously, so that game, for instance, is got a really big storyline to it.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting to see, like, especially like The Last of Us. Like you can see the trophies, like the story-based trophies, and like the first like chapter 3. It always shocks me. It's like 70% of players got this trophy, and I'm like,
it's like, wow.
You've only got like chapter 2, and it's like you've not bothered.
Yeah.
I know people don't have a lot of time. Like some people don't have a lot of time. People can only play 20 minutes here, half an hour here. But
there was actually a comment on that article. Actually, there was a comment. Someone put a comment down, and it was like, sort of, he seems to believe that there is no. You have to get the comment up.
Sorry, yeah, it was on the. I've got the wrong article. Was it on the DualShock as well?
The Layden
2 seconds
article. Essentially, there was someone that stated that the 15-hour thing is a good idea, and then someone else went on to say that that person's being selfish because they haven't got enough time, essentially, to finish games, and so they shouldn't play games. And I think that's absolutely.
There you go. I found it.
Sorry.
It says, agreed, no one has time for all these long-ass games. That's the comment. And the first reply is, if you have no time for video games, then stop playing instead of trying to ruin it for everybody else. Now, your point, I think, you're trying to say is, that's just selfish, right? Because,
exactly.
Sometimes I have, like...
The fact of the matter is there are people all around the world who don't have 100% time to dedicate to gaming and are not full dedicated gamers, but still should be able to enjoy games the way they want to enjoy them. It doesn't absolutely. I think personally, it's outrageous.
I mean,
anyway, that's just a comment, and
we always get people.
Keyboard warriors.
That's like saying, that's like saying, oh, books are too long nowadays, and then someone saying, oh, just don't read books, and if you don't like long books,
there's a book that long. Right?
Yeah, but then luckily there is books 100 pages long. There's books thousands of pages long. It's great.
Yeah,
it's variety for everybody. There's one here I've noticed. Where are we now? For $60 games, nope, they better make them $30 if it has zero replayability. Now, if the work goes in, then the developers have put made a good product. Sorry, I'd have no problem paying 40-50 quid for a game as opposed to 20-25.
It's I mean, obviously, so here's something that I wanted to kind of talk about the fact that obviously I've been talking a little bit about me not finishing the games. One thing that I've noticed recently, and it could just be me, but I'd rather state it and see what your opinion is on this.
Bring it to the table, Bishop. Come on.
Sandbox games. Right.
I know where this is going.
I used to really, really like sandbox games a lot.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I've started to really, really pay a lot less attention. And I don't know why. I just can't seem to get immersed in the open world anymore. I just can't seem to do it as much as I used to. I just can't do it.
That's fair.
Do we like Minecraft, Renzo? I like Minecraft. I'm not sure about Jack.
I don't find it offensive. I just never really give it the light of day. I think the only time I actually played it properly was when I would come to your house that time. Do you remember?
Yeah.
You playing it, and I was like, that's the only time I played it. I played Minecraft Dungeons. That doesn't really count. I know what you're saying.
No, not necessarily. No.
But like the world's great, and like the stuff people make is just like
fantastic.
It's basically a blank canvas.
Mind blowing, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The thing is, for me personally, I prefer modded Minecraft personally. That's just my personal. The reason why you're asking is we're looking into making multiplayer. So, okay, sweet. We'll
cool.
send us a message in the Discord, Renzo, and we'll
that'll be in the Discord. So no worries, mate. Yeah, I know what you're saying about sandbox games, Bish. There's been a few occasions. Thought they worked on PlayStation 2 because they were like more concise, like I was saying, more concise, and there was more going on in a smaller space. But like on the PS4 and PC, and eventually PS5 and Series X, they're gonna be even like bigger. Low. I'll get it right in a minute. Bigger slice of bread, same amount of butter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a thing about this.
Hey, Skippy, mate.
There was a thing about maps and how big maps are between each game with sandbox stuff.
I've seen this. 2 seconds.
There was a big article on it, and in my personal opinion, and I don't know whether I said this the last time we
might have
talked
done.
about this.
Play it on us, Bishop, mate.
But I personally believe that the smaller the map with more content there is, the better the game than what there is.
Oh, definitely.
You know, if you did a bigger, when game developers come out and say, "Oh yeah, the world's slightly bigger than the last game that they made," that's really
not a selling point for me as well. I totally agree with you.
It's not a selling point at all, because it's just like, why do that? There's no need for that.
100%, mate. I totally understand 100% where you're coming from. That is just like, I'm like, okay, it's bigger, right? Is it interesting? Is it like, is the gameplay better? Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, like it's difficult, because unfortunately, the more time you spend making a massive map, then obviously you don't have as much time to develop the actual finer details of things that actually matter in a game.
Yeah, I believe one of our friends, Bish, Mikey from Asda.
Yeah.
He doesn't like Breath of the Wild. I always say to him like because he was always annoyed by it. He was like, oh, why don't I like it? It's supposed to be that good. I'm like, mate, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, and his argument is there's nothing to do. Like there's nothing going on in the world. It's just an empty field, basically. That's his argument.
I'll be honest, I kind of agree.
Yeah, and it's a total legit argument. It's just empty fields.
Don't get me wrong. I love the whole sort of the challenging aspect of the game. Like, I think that's very clever, and I think that you have to kind of roam around to find the bits that you can actually do. Which is really kind of nice. I quite like that a lot.
Yeah,
it's got a really nice puzzle feel to it. But in terms of the actual quality of what's there, I'm not 100% sure myself either. It does feel a bit empty. Feels a bit naked, in my opinion.
I kind of like the fact that it's just bleak everywhere and it's just like empty, and like the music and stuff. Kind of like it, but I totally understand where it's coming from, and it's a total. It's a total legitimate complaint about the game. Now, Bishop, I've just found a video. I thought it was an article, but I think it's a video. It compares every Assassin's Creed map size to date. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this video and I'm going to put it up the screen for you, mate. So there's Florence. Sorry, I'll go back a bit. You missed Florence. There's Florence. That's the second one, and there's Venice. I don't know which one that is. And so on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Just gets bigger and bigger every single game.
I mean,
and it's like, I just don't see why that's why it's needed. It's not needed at all.
Not really. But and in Assassin's Creed Defense, that's just ridiculous. If you've seen Assassin's
it's
Creed
fantastic.
Defense,
Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely incredible that they can make maps like this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's going to be Valhalla, I think. No, it's Black Flag, sorry. That MTC, but Black Flag. Now, in Assassin's Creed Defense, there is like exclamation and question marks everywhere. But that's the other side of the coin where there's
too much side
I
stuff.
love
Yeah.
like Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a great game, but I felt it was too much to do, and I was just going around doing nonsense tasks for people, and it's just like I don't want to do this. Like, but did you play Odyssey, Bish, or Origins?
I didn't know. I didn't play either of them actually. I need to go back and play them. Again,
Yeah.
my back catalogue is ridiculous.
Oh, Jam.
Jam's here. Oh, okay. We're gonna do both the casual reports that Jam's missed.
I mean,
right now.
You jump in, Jam. It's totally fine, mate. We just talked about length of video games, mate, and I know you're a big fan of dead long games and 100-hour experiences, so I want to ask your opinion on this. Anyway, Bishop, mate. Big franchise. I know. Like, I always think of you. I always think of Bilko. I always think of a few of my other friends. That's Halo, mate.
Halo,
now,
of course.
The official Halo Twitter account tweeted some video. I don't know what it means, Bish. I'm sure you're going to tell. You did tell me. I've already forgotten.
Essentially an audio log.
Yeah, and so this video plays, and it's just. I'll give it a bit of volume for you so you can hear it. Bishop, do you want to explain what's going on, mate? I've no idea what's going down.
Essentially, the main bad guy is who's actually talking in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a member of the Banished, which essentially were a class inside Halo Wars 2. Essentially, this.
Go on, Bish. I'll ask when you finish, mate.
So essentially, this trailer is just essentially free announcing that the Banished are going to be kind of one of the main enemies in Halo Infinite, which is quite a big thing.
Does that excite you, Bishop?
It excites me a little bit. I was never a huge fan of the Banished personally, but I reckon if they do it right in Halo Infinite, I reckon it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
The brutes were always a really cool, always a really cool kind of enemy in the last game. So I reckon this is going to be really kind of cool. Very hyped for it, and obviously really excited for next month because obviously Xbox have got their showcases.
Oh, mate.
And I'm just super excited to see Halo Infinite gameplay. You have no idea.
Bishop, mate, there is a 99.9% chance we are reacting to that unless it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
All day, 100%. I'm sure
mate,
we'll all be here.
I'm all in with that one.
Your balls deep, mate.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for mainly because I just want to see. I want to see the counter. I want to see what Microsoft does. That PlayStation haven't done.
So
that see what happens.
That Sony presentation was the PlayStation Serve, and then we're looking to see if they ace them or they return it.
Microsoft bad it back. Yeah, exactly.
I have a question about Halo.
Yeah.
What are the enemies called? Were the Banished? Did you say?
Banished.
I forgot already. Sorry.
It's all right.
They're Halo Wars exclusive enemy, right? Is that right?
I believe they are Halo Wars exclusive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure they're all over comic books and some other cartoons.
I'm sure they are. Yeah, and I'm sure they're in the books.
So they've never been in like the mainline Halo games. Is that right?
No, not that I remember. There are brutes in Halo 2 and Halo 3.
Right. Okay. So.
But I don't know whether or not they're banished. I'm pretty sure they're not.
Right. No worries. So, does that tickle the balls, mate? You know what I'm saying? Does that?
I'm really excited to see what they do with them. And I reckon they could be really good. But there is that other side of the coin that's like, is it?
Yeah, if they just bolt them on at the end, so I know it was these all along.
I doubt they'll bolt them on. Yeah. But I hope to see all the different classes inside.
Yeah, 100%. With that tease they did, you assume it's July next week, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next Wednesday is July, so we're looking, mate. I'm in.
It's getting close. It's getting really close, and it's going to be really good fun. I'm super excited.
Hoping it's early July because I love a presentation, mate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Wonder what DVDs we can watch on the Xbox Series X.
That would be suicide, mate. Anything else to add to Halo, Bishop, or other than the fact that you're buzzing, mate?
I'm just super excited and looking forward to next month massively.
I'm sure Jam's buzzing. We're all buzzing, mate. Anyway, Bishop. Another game on the horizon, mate. It's a game that's... It's not... I mean, when it first got announced, everyone was like, buzzing. And then they showed a bit of gameplay and everyone was like, no. Now they showed a bit more gameplay. Everyone's like, I don't know.
Are we talking about the Marvel?
We're talking about Marvel's Avengers from Crystal Dynamics, Bishop. Now, Bishop, are you excited for this? Do you care?
So I watched this gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I
mean, the newest gameplay trailer, and
yeah,
I'm pleasantly surprised how it looks compared to what it used to look like. It definitely seems to have gotten better. They seem to be making amends and actually getting this game looking at least half decent, and a game that actually generally does look like it should belong in our generation.
Yeah,
because before it looked very shoddy, and I have to say I didn't like the look of it at all. I'm probably not going to buy this, but I reckon it's definitely something to look out for on like sales and stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're a Marvel fan, I'm a huge Marvel fan, but this just, I don't know, it just doesn't really do it for me.
I mean, one massive gripe I have about this game, Bishop. We talk about good video games, talk about Spider-Man, for example. We're going to bring that to the table, Bishop, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the main count was on, Renzo. I hope you're keeping count, mate. But that's Spider-Man. They sort of built it from the ground up, and it's because the Peter Parker in that Spider-Man game looks nothing like, I've forgotten his name, Tom Holland. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah, there's nothing like him. Evidently it's a totally different arc, and it's blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
My problem with this game, apart from the fact that Miss Marvel's, I think, is the main character. I think is like the main, is really cool. Because she doesn't get a lot of love, and I'm all over it. Because Miss Marvel's cool. It looks like they've tried to sort of like go, oh, MCU's popular. Let's just sort of Primark version. No, I don't mean disrespect the artists and stuff, but they do.
I see what you mean.
It's kind of like
you feel like they've copied and pasted and tried to make it appealing for the gaming industry,
like
but not
that meme. Don't copy. You can copy my own work, but change it a bit so it looks like we haven't. I'm like, whereas if they would have started from the ground up and sort of like. Because this just feels like they're just trying to latch on to the MCU, and it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Because if they would have, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. And how do you feel about it being live service? Does that entice you
live
all?
Service?
Yeah. So it's going to be like live service, like Destiny. Sorry.
You'll have to explain to me what that means.
Live set like Division and stuff like that. There's always new missions coming out, and there's always this, and there's always that.
Okay, right, okay. See, I see. So like free content and stuff, essentially.
Yeah, like constantly updating the
content updates. Okay, right. Okay. Cool.
How do you feel about that?
That's cool. Yeah, I'm down. I'm always down for that. Obviously,
and
I don't. Does that? How bad is that for the developers though?
I mean, they're always balls deep in work, aren't they?
I suppose so.
But if people are always playing it and I don't know. I mean,
it's a game. Obviously, a game after release, a game just degrades in sales, doesn't it? Obviously.
Yeah.
So obviously, the more content you put out, right. So for instance, Monster Hunter did this as well, right? So Monster Hunter brings out title updates.
Yeah, that's a similar thing. Yeah.
And if you're a huge fan of the game, a core fan of the game, obviously you're going to go back and play it consistently, right? And occasionally, when they do bring out a title update, I'll go back and play, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. The thing with that is, unless your content is really, really good that you're bringing out, no one's going to go back and play it.
Exactly.
And then of course, obviously, then you're losing the money because no one's coming back and playing your game. But then there's the other side of the coin where it's like the content that you put out is a lot of content that, for instance, Monster Hunter puts out is end game content that no one's reached. Like the people that are coming back to the game haven't reached that end game content, and by the time that end game, the thing that really annoys me about Monster Hunter is timed exclusives. Timed exclusive stuff drives me insane. By the way,
can you just? What do you mean, like weapons and stuff?
Okay. So in Monster Hunter, there are events that they do. So essentially, what they do is they rotate quests.
Right. Okay.
So like with the old Monster Hunter games, you get every quest, every single quest, and then and you keep that for the rest of the time. But in Monster Hunter World, they don't do that. They have a separate system where essentially your quests rotate on a system. So if you've not played in a week,
you're gonna miss out, right?
You're gonna miss out on the quests that and yes, they do come back eventually.
Yeah.
But then what about if you miss that one as well? And it's just that drives me nuts. It really does.
It's like stores in some games like Fortnite and Rocket League and Gears of 5 does it as well. Like where they'll only put certain items in the store at certain times. So if you want the item, you either buy it now or wait for a week, a month, 6 months, whatever.
I mean, I understand why they do it.
Oh yeah.
It's just really bad for the consumer. Like for the consumer, it's really, really bad. Like.
Because at work, I was
not good.
talking about Last of Us 2 with one of the friends there, and I was like, like, did you play it have you played it recently? He's like, I couldn't play it last night because I had to do a Destiny 2 thing. He plays Destiny 2. Yeah. I was just thinking, what do you mean? I was like, there was a time, like you're saying, Bish, there's like a time thing.
Raid or something.
I think it's a time mission or raid or something, like you're saying. I'm just like, that's really not cool, because if you go on holiday or something, you miss it, it's like... I mean, obviously you're not going all day now because of the
problem with that is it only takes a few days of you missing something for you to then just not want to play the game again.
It's like even my beloved Smash Brothers does it with spirits. A timed spirits and person that got all the spirits, and now I've missed a few, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm up to because I've missed a few. Yeah. And eventually they do go back in, like you say, but I don't know what I've missed.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I have no idea.
And then it's just really hard to catch up with content, and it's just really hard to do that. And if you're not a full-time gamer, then you know, do you know what I mean? I mean, it's really funny that we're talking about this because it's like it's been kind of the whole sort of stream so far is kind of talking about this kind of
being hardcore.
Yeah,
man.
Like, unless you're someone that plays games consistently, you're gonna miss content.
You miss loads,
you know what I mean?
Especially this like live stuff. Just a bit more about Avengers. I've got said. I'm not going to go through the whole video. It was about a 40-minute video presentation on YouTube, but there's a website. It's on Marvel.com as well, so I'm going to check it out. MODOK looks like he's the main villain. Do you know MODOK, Bish? Have you seen MODOK before?
I haven't. No. But
you will have seen. I believe you will have seen him. What I'll do, I'll put a picture on the screen for you, mate. I'm pretty. He's been in. He's so weird. He's been in Marvel vs. Capcom. I think he's in the third one. But if I put him on the screen now, mate.
I never played Marvel vs. Capcom actually.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is great. This guy here. Give it 2 seconds.
Oh, I have seen him.
Yeah, you know what I mean,
he's
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he's a really cool.
I believe he's the main villain. MODOK, which stands for, by the way, I've got it here because I'm a legend. Mental organism designed only for killing. There you go. I'm just going to kill everyone. It's really interesting. I've not seen him really in anything mainstream outside of comics and stuff. I don't think I've seen him in a film, and I don't think I've seen him in a game yet, apart from like a fighting game, for instance. So I think maybe, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Comments in the chat or whatever, please. Because we're all up for an L on the casual report, Bish. You know what I'm saying?
Again, everybody, obviously, who's in the chat and obviously in the comments as well. When this goes on to YouTube, let us know your feelings about timed exclusives, and give us your kind of 2 cents on it, because we always like to know. On these things, because the more opinions we have, the better. The more we can kind of make judgments on what we think.
You can. All up for a chat about games, Bish. Always up for a chat about games.
I change my opinions on games quite frequently because it's just because you're always finding new things to talk about and new things to think about when you talk about.
100%. Because how many times have you thought, "Oh, that sounds stupid," and played it and gone, "Actually, it's really good."
Actually, this is quite good. Yeah, exactly.
There's also a co-op Warzones mode, which is just, it looks like nonsense, to be honest, Bishop. But I'll put like a bit of a trailer on the screen for the peeps who are watching. Very customizable game, which I'm all about. Customization, Bishop, all about it.
Yeah.
Loads of skins, loads of like different moves, loads of weapons and stuff. I'm all about it. With Warzone's players can assemble online with up to 3 other players or solo with an AI companion team made up of your unlocked and leveled up heroes to take on aim and show them what Earth's mightiest heroes can do. That's just a co-op mode. I don't think there's anything special.
That's good. I like the customization idea. That's really cool. And
give me a pink Iron Man, mate. I'm all over it.
Yeah, definitely.
And to be fair, I'm not going to go into it anymore because I've spent a bit of time on it. But it looks alright. If you go and check it out, Bishop, mate.
Yep.
Speaking of, games that are coming out. Are you buzzing? Ask me if I'm buzzing first, Bishop, mate.
What we talking?
You know what we're talking about, mate? We're talking about Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, of course.
Now, I've not had a chance to watch all of this yet, so you'll have to bear with me. Jam's talking nonsense again in the chat. I'm joking. It says, I think the timed exclusives can work in favour, but it relies on diehard fans of the franchise. I think that's what we said in it.
Pretty much, yeah. But
we agree, James.
I totally agree on that. Yeah, definitely.
Cyberpunk 2077 had a night. What is it called? Nightwire FM, Nightwire Radio. What's it called, Bish?
I don't know.
Night City Wire. That's what it's called. They where they show off. I think they showed a trailer for the.
Was it like a showcase?
Yeah, it was about 2 hour long video on IGN when I watched. I was like, I can't watch that. I've just finished work, 6 o'clock. Show starts at 7:30. We've not got time.
What, a 2 hour just like?
I think it was just like because previews. Some of the press have been previewing it, and they've been going on and stuff. And apparently, it's looking alright, mate. But there's a new story trailer which I'm all about. Looks very nice. That isn't running on current hardware. I'll tell you now. Right, I'll tell you now, Bishop. That's not running on current hardware.
No, you can just tell, can't you?
Yeah.
It looks.
I'll just skip through the trailer a bit. But if you want to watch it, just type it in. Just type Cyberpunk 2077 in YouTube, and it all comes up for you. Bishop, are you looking forward to this game?
Right, I am. Yeah.
Oh, of course you are, mate. Oh dear,
it's got such a Deus Ex feel to it.
Yep. Definitely.
And I love it. I love that so much.
The first bit of gameplay that we saw from E3 2018, I think. Well, it wasn't at that. The press saw it, and then we saw it a few months later. Mate, I was like, Deus Ex all over. This is Deus Ex, and I'm in. There's an anime coming out, Bishop. Did you know that? Because of course there is.
Of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 anime. Give me 2 seconds.
I think I'd be down for that.
Mate, I'm in. I'm so in, mate. Cyberpunk Edgerunners, an anime set in the universe of Cyberpunk 2077, has been announced for release on Netflix in 2022. I don't know why they're telling us about it now, but I'm in.
They have a habit of that, don't they? They do seem to have a habit of that.
2030, that'll be out. Watch. But yeah, it's from the studio behind Kill la Kill. So if you ever watch that Kill la Kill nonsense, I'll be like, oh mate, there's a trailer. There is a trailer. Let's get this on the go, lads. What is going on here? Is there a trailer or is it just... Oh, it's just the producers talking, I believe.
Okay.
Never mind. When there's a trailer, I'm sure we'll watch it and go, oh, that looks sick. Because people like Kill la Kill, I believe. But yeah, there was the trailer that was only just the... What's the start? The monologue? Is it? No, it's not the thing. Sorry. What's the start of a game called? Like the prologue? Might be the prologue. Yeah, and it's just like, is that all in the prologue? Because I'm buzzing, mate. Yeah, so we'll have more to say in this next week when I've had chance. Well, when we've had chance to watch more of it. But
sit back and watch more.
So far, I managed to watch about 10-15 minutes. I skimmed through it. Looking fresh, mate. Do you agree?
So the only problem, of course, there's no time in the week in order
there's
to.
There's not even time to do research on the show, mate. We just get it in the news, mate.
Just get it in there as soon as possible and do what we can. But yeah, no, this sounds great. If you're obviously when Cyberpunk comes out as well, like people are gonna be probably more pumped for Cyberpunk and what it's about. So I reckon the anime will probably flourish pretty quickly. I reckon.
Like the Witcher TV show, just. I mean, if it's anything like that, I mean, we're in. And there's a Witcher. Yeah.
I've never actually talked to you about that and kind of like how you feel about that. I'll have to talk to you about that.
Yeah, we're running a bit long. We'll talk next. I'll put it in the doc for next week. We'll talk next week about it. But yeah, sorry, Bishop.
No, that's okay.
Anime. You're gonna get Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question.
Day one for me.
Day one. Are you console, PC, or gonna wait for the next gen stuff?
Depends on how the new consoles run. If the new consoles run well, then probably more than likely my PC will be outdated again. I'll have to spend another 10 grand on fucking
10 Gs,
PC
mate.
parts. That's it. Just throw in that money. It's just obviously as soon as the new next generation of the consoles come out, Nvidia's just updated their drivers to incorporate the next gen.
Oh yeah.
So this is it's a big thing.
Exciting times, mate. Yeah, definitely.
It's exciting times, but it just really annoys me when I have to go and spend like stupid amounts of money on PC.
I spent
parts, like
about 1,800 quid 3 years ago now, I think. And I'm already saying I could do with a new graphics card. 500, 600 to 700 quid. I'm like, no.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of wedge, mate. But it's like, I assume it's like buying a house. Like once you bought a house, you're on the ladder. Like once you buy a PC, you're on the ladder. You just you spend $2 grand on a PC. It's never going to cost you $2 grand again. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to go back and play.
To be fair,
buy parts.
It does depend how long you leave it. If you keep it updated, like it'll probably never cost you $2 grand again for a while. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll talk more about Cyberpunk when we watched it all. Jam raises a point in the chat. It says 19th of November release date. He believes that's the time when PS5 is going to launch as well. Bishop, what do you think of that?
Disagree on that one.
It is a Thursday, by the way. I think it's a Thursday because I was looking at it for work to book it off, and I think why is it coming out on Thursday? But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think.
Be a Thursday Jam.
I don't think that they.
It feels.
I mean, you would have thought by now if they were going to do that, they would have announced it by now because of pre-release sales and stuff like that. Your pre-orders and stuff.
They have said you'd get the. If you bought the PS4 version,
I'm pretty sure they said in an article. They said in an article about 2 weeks ago, didn't they? That next gen is coming for Cyberpunk, but it's just going to take a while. I'm pretty sure. That was Cyberpunk. I'm pretty sure it was Cyberpunk.
That rings a bell. I'm not going to look for it. I'm not going to look for it now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was one thing that they said. I think it was in the last kind of like big article they talked about. They were talking about like sort of pre-release content. I think.
Yes.
Talking about. And then.
I agree. I believe that was a thing that happened.
I could be wrong. I don't quote me on it.
That sounds plausible. That sounds like it. I seem to remember this being said.
It could have been another game
because
I've read so many articles over the past 3 weeks or so where I've just completely.
Yeah.
It just all kind of mingles together.
I can't find the quote.
I reckon you're probably right. Jam's probably right. Like. The PS5 will probably be
November-ish. Yeah, that sounds about right.
November-ish. I mean, we already kind of know that it's going to be in September, November time, somewhere around there anyway. So.
I'll tell you now, if PS5 launches late November, I don't think Xbox will launch after. Do you know what I mean?
Don't think?
I don't think so. It'd be too close to Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I kind of agree on that one.
Anyway, like I said, we'll both go over the Cyberpunk thing, and Jam, I'm sure you will as well in a spare time over the weekend, and we'll just go through it, and then we'll come back to the subject on Tuesday because you know. Anyway, Bishop, Nintendo have been talking some bad nonsense again.
That doesn't surprise me.
It comes from an article at Bloomberg by our boy Takashi. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that surname. I apologise, Takashi lad. But Takashi says Nintendo chills mobile ambitions after Animal Crossing success. Now, Bishop, have you played Nintendo mobile games?
Nope.
It says,
I played one. I played the Mario. I forgot what it's called now.
Super Mario Run.
Yes. I think that's the right one.
I think it's the one. Yeah, it just says Nintendo Co. is
filled with microtransactions.
Mate. Nintendo Co. is retreating from the $77 billion mobile gaming arena after disappointing results deflating once lofty ambitions, ending a multi-year effort just as the market goes through an unprecedented COVID-era boom. President Furukawa proclaimed 2 years ago that smartphone games would be a billion-dollar business with growth potential building on the predecessors. Blah 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 yada yada.
I mean, if they had done it right, then yeah.
I was just about to say. I was literally just about to say. Well, if they made good games, then they'd do well.
Oh,
to be fair,
fantastic. Yeah.
To be fair, Fire Emblem Heroes is not bad. It's gacha nonsense, but it's not bad. That's the one I like most out of that Mario Kart.
The biggest problem is that they just kind of.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't including Pokemon Go, because I think that's
I'm pretty sure
that's company who've got more of a hand in that success. And I think I believe it's still making about 900,000 a day or 1 million a day. So that's doing fine. That's not going to go anywhere. But
no, it's not.
Let's talk about Mario Kart Tour, Bishop, mate.
Have
you played Mario Kart Tour?
I haven't.
It is the biggest slice of excrement I've ever seen in my life, mate. I'm not sure what we're up to. I think Renzo's got tired of counting and just fell asleep. He's like counting sheep, mate. So, right, I'm going to tell you something now. Mario Kart Tour. I think there's like a season pass. What's it called? There's like a Jam, help me out, mate. You play Mario Kart Tour. No, Dan's here.
Dan's still counting.
There's a gold pass, Mario Kart Tour. It's $4.99 a month, right? And what you get in this gold pass, I'm going to put it on the screen for the people at home now. This is the kind of nonsense we're dealing with. The gold pass is a subscription service by Nintendo that allows players to get more in-game rewards in Mario Kart Tour. Blah blah blah. So you get all this nonsense. Gold races, I don't know what that is. 200 seats. You have to pay. Listen to me now. You have to pay $5.99 a month to play on 200cc, which is basically a faster mode for those.
So you have to pay to play the game.
Well, not the game. The
I know what you mean. Yeah, but
it's
still a game. It's still a game. It's still a game mode. It's still part of the game, isn't it? And this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
nonsense.
And the fact that they think that it's okay to charge more than what the actual Nintendo service multiplayer service provides is insane.
Nonsense,
the fact
mate,
that that's
nonsense.
ridiculous.
I'm going to bring
that's like double what the price of the Nintendo subscription.
Nintendo Online is about, if you were to get just for yourself a monthly, it would be just a bit less, I think. So I'm gonna lay it.
Right. The mobile world.
I'm gonna bring it to the table. I pay. I'm not sure how much Amazon Prime is. I think it's about £5 or £6. It's about the same price. On Amazon Prime, I get Prime TV. I get a free Twitch sub. I get free delivery. I get free next day delivery on quite a lot of the items.
Amazon Music, Amazon Videos.
Music, yeah, etc., etc. And on this, it's like you can get a few skins and you can
next day delivery.
Yeah,
the list goes on.
Yeah. Amazon Prime is. I
insane.
I don't think
it's great.
I really appreciate the delivery drivers because they go through hell to get you your deliveries the next day.
They really do.
They honestly do. And I'm just really, really thankful for the world we live in at the minute. And Jeff Bezos can suck a fat one, mate. He's got too much money, mate. I'm sorry. But enough about that nonsense. I mean, did these people stunts like this? And they wonder
why it's all going downhill.
They're not making any money. All hail the Amazon soldiers, Jam says in the chat.
All hail.
I think we're both agreed on this. I mean, you've not. I I'm pretty sure you agree with me here.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm glad they're fucking up. I mean, they've probably gone. Nintendo probably got all this money there. I know it's not working. And the Dr. Mario game got me started on that Dr. Mario game, Bishop. That was nonsense.
I don't even think I've played that.
No.
It just goes to show you, doesn't it? It's not working, is it?
I mean,
I mean, obviously, I'm not a huge mobile game.
No, I don't
myself,
really.
But the fact of the matter is, it's like, you know, I'm a huge fan of Nintendo and what they do. And I like their games, and the fact that these games just aren't in my radar whatsoever. I didn't even know they existed.
Exactly.
Pretty much just goes to show you why.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge Mario Kart fan. I love that mobile.
Oh, we all love Mario Kart, mate.
Everyone likes Mario Kart, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that that's on mobile and it's basically just not working.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
They're just after a quick buck, and unfortunately, as a gamer, that's noticeable. Really, really noticeable.
100%. The problem with the problem with Dr. Mario Mobile, whatever it's called, is that the core game isn't too bad. It's like a fresh take on the old Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
But then it just turns into this cash grabby, horrible.
Yep.
Stupid.
Sounds about right.
Like, and it's just like, can I just pay you a $5 or a $10 or something and just have this game and not be bothered?
I know that Dan was joking, but he's not wrong. EA of mobile world, generally, like this just. There's so many free games out there on the mobile platforms, and the fact that they're just that you have to subscribe to games or you have to buy microtransactions in order to actually play the games, it's not going to get you anywhere. In a platform, you know, in a platform that's got so many free to play games, there's just you're going to get lost. Simple as that. You'll just get
race
lost
to the bottom and all that. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, Bishop.
Yep.
Good riddance to Nintendo's on mobile strategies, because I wasn't a fan, mate.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a shame to see that it's gone, because I would like to see it succeed. But yeah, if they're not doing it right, then yeah, good riddance to it. Yeah.
Anyway, Bishop. That was the news, mate.
It was lots and lots
if I've missed something in the chat, by all means, whack it in. But now, do you have an unpopular opinion this week, Bishop?
I don't personally know. I mean, we've been talking quite a lot today about just opinions in general.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've got one, but I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for when Jam's on the show, mate. I'm going to save it, because
that's fair.
I think he'll jump in on that opinion with me.
I'm sure
and it'll be interesting to hear his thoughts. So I'll save it for Tuesday. Anyway, Bishop. It's Forgotten Gem time. Now, what have you brought to the table today, mate?
So, I was struggling to find one to do this week, actually, and it's come to my mind that I missed some old games that I used to play, and I never really. To be fair, I don't remember too much about them now because I haven't played them for such a long time. But they were great games, and it was something that I played a lot as a kid. My Forgotten Gem today is Rayman 2, the original Raymans. I love the Rayman series. They were so good. Rayman 2 personally was the one that I played the most, and it was just, I don't know, just looking at this gameplay now, I'm just like, wow, I really miss them so much. They were just great fun. Just Rayman for Smash, by the way, guys.
Rayman for Smash, indeed, mate.
Let's go. That would be great. Honestly, these games are just fantastic, and you know, it's got a bit of a Crash Bandicoot / sort of Spyro. They're all very retro games that just, you know, you remember them because they were just something you grew up as a kid with, and I just love stuff like this. I really do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Would you take a remaster on current hardware? Would you say that? Like the first was there 3 Rayman games? I can't remember.
Yeah. I think there was more than. Was there? I think it was.
Hoodlum of Havoc was one of them. That was the third one, right?
There was definitely at least 3. There was definitely at least 3.
Yeah.
But yes, I'd happily take a remaster of this. Definitely.
Oh, I definitely.
Yeah, because this is great. I just love these little platformers. They're just really good fun. And yeah, That's my forgotten gem for today.
Buzzing. I'm more of a side-scrolly shock, right?
Yeah, shock.
I prefer the side-scroll Rayman games like the first one and the
I mean,
Origins.
Rayman Origins is great. I played Rayman
Legends.
and it's fantastic. I have played
Legends
as well,
fucking mint. Like it's like
they are fantastically well.
You can get it now for quite cheap, and I believe Legends has.
You can get it on EA Access.
Legends has Origins baked in it, so you're really getting 2 games, I think. Because you can go back and play
they could remaster SpongeBob, they can remaster Rayman.
Exactly. Just to throw it out there, ladies and gentlemen, on Steam at the minute, those who have Steam, Rayman Legends is £4.24.
Oh, is it really?
So if you've not got Rayman Legends, you've not played it, that is a bargain.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Bishop, thank you for that. If you've not checked Rayman 2, The Great Escape Out, is it on anything that current hardware?
No idea. I have no idea, to be honest.
Bishop, mate, I'm gonna have a look for you.
It was originally on what? PlayStation 1? I think it was.
PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1.
I think. Michael Ansel as well. What a legend, mate. PlayStation 1. What's that? Oh no. An enhanced remake titled Rayman Revolution was developed for the PlayStation 2, so it was a PS1 game with a PS2. Michael Ansel. Ask me if I'm a man who likes Michael Ansel. Michelle Ansel, I think.
Yeah.
Rayman. Beyond Good and Evil. Man's a legend, mate. This is King Kong as well. What a ledge. No way. Anyway, Bishop, mate. Oh, Tonic Trouble as well. What a legend. Sorry, Bish. I'm going off course here.
It's all right. It's okay.
A little bit right. Time for the quiz, everybody. Jam.
It's that time.
It's like quizception because you're part of the chat now, so you can go first, mate. Daniel has a title to defend. Now, I didn't have any thought out because I finished work and I forgot to do it, to be honest. But I have a playlist with 365 video game songs in it, and I'm just going to pick random ones off here. So we'll do best of 3. If there's a tie, again, I'll just pick another one and we'll go for it. I need the front 2 points for each song, franchise and the game for most of them. For the rare occasion where there's only one game in the franchise, I'll just give you 2 points for that. Daniel, you have a title to defend, good sir, so I will ask you kindly for your best. Bishop, are you ready?
Let's do this. I'm ready.
Song 1, I need the game and the franchise. Thank you very much. Good luck, everybody. 3, 2, 1, go. This one takes a while to get into, sorry. I'm going to fold this on a bit because it's a bit generic. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Oh, I know what it is.
Do you actually?
I think I actually do.
Jam, incorrect, mate. Good guess, though. You do.
Dude, I know what it is. I know what it is. I swear I know what it is. I swear I'm wrong. I'm gonna be so
Dan, if you're playing, mate. Give you 10, 15 seconds. Oof. Bishop.
Is it Neo Automata?
It is Nier Automata. 2 points.
I fucking got
Congratulations, good sir. They've got like.
It took me a while though. If it wasn't for the end of that, I wouldn't have got it. It did take me a while.
We'll try this one.
Great game.
You could now upgrade it.
There's an advert. Sorry. Oh, I've clicked on the advert. I don't want to click on the advert.
Spotify.
It's YouTube. It's easy to get the songs.
Let me know when it's up for us.
Gentlemen. Everybody. We should get this one. I gotta be honest. Bishop, I'm not sure if you will, mate, but
Okay.
yeah, we'll go with it. Straight away. Thought he would. Give it 2 points, Jam.
I would never have gotten that.
Didn't even get into it.
Straight in there.
Straight in there like a...
Like a glove?
Should we go for here, lads? Massive tune, mate. Massive tune. God. Sorry, guys. Because there's quite a lot from the same franchise in this list. I didn't realise there was that many.
Hmm.
With 2 seconds.
Just go like massive scroll. Just a huge scroll and just
go random.
Page or something. Just go random. Bam.
Sorry, guys. Oh, that's a
All
tune, bud. Oh,
edge,
no, leave it.
We're on the edge of our seats.
You're all on the... It's all like... I mean... Shall we go?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll do this one. We'll do this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just give you 2 points for the game. If you get it, let's do it. There's gonna be an advert. Or not. Go on. You do know this, Jam. Dan, hold mate, close the door. I see where you're at, Jam, but you're wrong, mate. Sorry. Bishop, if I had a minute, do you know, mate?
Well, I mean, the way that you're saying,
No. Jam's in the right area, but he's not.
the way that you're saying it is that there is only one game in the series.
I mean,
is that correct?
I'll give you a clue. There was a remaster a few years ago.
A few years ago. Okay.
Give me a second, mate. I think there was a... It's either a remaster or a sequel. Just give me a sec. It's a remaster. It was a remaster a few years ago. I can tell you when the remaster come out, if that helps. Remaster officially... I say a few years ago. It's 2013. The remaster come out.
I don't know.
You're all going to shoot yourself in the face when I tell you. Unless I go to another decider.
Yep, gonna have to.
I'll give you all a few more seconds and then I will say...
Go on, none of us are gonna get it.
You ready?
Yeah.
If I said to you the words, life is like a hurricane here in Duckborough. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a
The Transformers.
fucking DuckTales, you gimp.
Oh, it's all the same thing.
Oh, look, a jump.
I don't know. I didn't. I would never have gotten that.
To be fair, that's the one that most people are like, oh, I know this, but quite a lot of it's just going to fall by the wayside. Now, I've just spotted one. And we're doing this one.
Alright, we're doing this one.
We are doing this one. Let's do it.
Jam it straight.
Straight in. Hold on, Jam, mate. Yeah, that about wraps
Congratulations.
up the show. Congratulations, Jam.
Champ
Everyone who
Master.
joined us today in the chat to talk nonsense about Pokemon and all that good stuff. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Everyone on YouTube who lasted this long, thank you very much. We appreciate you too.
Make sure you send us your comments
yeah.
and thoughts.
Whack a comment in the. We love talking about video games to anybody. So just whack a comment in.
The debate.
Oh mate, debates are the finer things of life, mate. I've started putting a mate counter on the screen by popular demand. And definitely, if you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe, like, ring the bell, comment. Helps out the algorithm, which is a bastard for smaller channels. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bish, are you streaming this week, or are you on the music?
I mean, I've got a bit of music to do, but I think I'll be streaming this week. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cool.
I'm excited.
Twitch.tv/BishCasual to get that good stuff. We'll be back next Tuesday. We'll probably have a Last of Us spoiler cast up next week as well on YouTube. So be sure to... Sorry, I'm getting the hiccups, man. But be sure to check that out. And everybody, thank you so much. Keep it casual. We'll be back Tuesday for another casual report. Keep it real, guys.
See you soon, guys.
Jams and Gimp.